Now in this design example, I mentioned this before in a different video there, just briefly how I was talking about one of these type of designs here, just one before I die sort of thing, and it could be applied to pretty much any sports team. And I just thought that maybe, this is just a guess, but maybe it might be a good time right now to apply this to NHL. I noticed that the Montreal Canadiens just won their last game against the New York Rangers. Now they're only down 2-1 in the semifinals to go to the NHL. And I thought, well, it might be a good idea to consider the idea of making one of these for the Montreal Canadiens. And so I thought I'd take a look at the loyalty fan, how loyal are the fans. So I went to Google and I typed in most dedicated fans in NHL, and I came across this ranking the loyalty of each NHL team's fan base. Came to this site here, and this is in 2012, so it's a little older, a couple years old. But anyhow, I thought I'd just go through here, and I noticed that if I go all the way to the end to see what the number one is here, it actually turns out the number one is Montreal Canadiens. So let me just get to the end here. According to this website anyways. So Montreal Canadiens is the number one fan base. And I figured right now they just conquered the Boston Bruins, which were on paper better than them, a lot bigger sort of thing. And apparently they got bullied a little bit. I'm not too sure. Wasn't watching the games, but that's a big achievement for them. So that's a lot of buzz going around right now with Canadiens fans. So they're probably just going crazy over it. And now they're just won another game. So this might be perfect timing for a shirt like that. Of course, I'm just guessing. And I thought, well, I might as well go through and make one as a part of this course, just so you can see how to do it. And what I did is I went to their main site, the Canadiens website, NHL, just to get their main colors. Obviously, it's red and blue. And so I found their shop there. If you go to their site and go to shop and you click on the official Canadian store or whatever, and it brings it on over here. And I looked at a jersey and it just needed the colors. But let me show you the design I created. Actually, I think I can just show you the whole shirt here. I was working on it on Teespring, and that's the design I came up with. Now, of course, you got to be really careful about the logo. So I think it's okay, but I'm not 100% sure if it's a good idea to put the H in there like that. But I don't have the C in there, right? And so I was looking at other people's designs and how they were doing it. Like this one's for a football team. I believe that's the Chargers, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. Pretty sure it is. You can see a lot of them have just the lines. Like most teams has like their colors and lines of their color. Like if you actually go back to the jersey there, you will see this band. That's not what I'm looking for. Here we go. See the band? So it's white, blue, white on the arms and on the chest. So that could be something that can be put in there. And I had that at first, where just without the H, just the band in there. And I thought, well, if you put the H in there, you know, people will really recognize that. Diehard fans will see, okay, that's the Habs, right? So I'm not sure if you're allowed to use the H. As long as I'm not using the C in there at all, I might be okay, because it's just the letter H. Can't really copyright the letter H, but it sort of does look like their logo, right? It's really close. It's a pretty fine line. I'm gonna guess that it could possibly get shut down. If so, Teespring will probably just suspend it, or just take it down. They won't like kick me out of the network or anything like that. I may not get paid the money, but it is a little bit of a risk. If you'd want to try something like this, maybe take the H out of there. But what I want to do is go through the process of how I design this logo. It's a little bit more complex than the previous design, and so I think you'll get a lot out of it. So let me I'm just going to save this here. So that's saved in my account, and I'll come back to this later, but let's just go through the design process of how I did this. But before I do that, I forgot to mention, I should show you how I found this. I just went to TView and I typed in the two words, one more, and I just sorted by best selling by numbers. Of course, this can be done in my software as well, the T-Inspector. Then I found all these. I just wanted to see the example of what the images look like. So what I noticed is there was a little bit of you can see like there's a little bit of, I think that's not a very good one there. Let's try a different one here. Yeah, there we go. So you can see there's a little bit of erosion there, like eroded text, and then this looks like it's custom done, and then these words here look like they're just like got some sort of border around it. So that's what I wanted to model. And I went over to T-Discover as well and went to the search section, and it just searched just one. That's what I came up with there. I guess I could have did that over here too. I did one more. I could have went just one. And we'll see, sort by best numbers. So yeah, about the same. A whole bunch more there. I was just looking at the ones that have like over 200 or 300 sales there, but there's another kind of idea there. And 164 sales for the Maple Leafs. So this idea can be, you know, applied to the other teams that are in there right now. It's a kind of a neat idea how they did the, it looks like the Bengals, but I'm not sure how they made that. Yeah, it does look like the Bengals, Cincinnati. Cool. I did a Bengals shirt once too with the Superman logo, and you're not allowed to really do that anymore, but it did okay. I made some sales on it. All right, cool. So basically that's what I did. I just sort of looked through here and looked at different ideas, and that's how I came up with mine. Let's get into the design.